Max, welcome to Fight Week, but not just any Fight Week, UFC 300 Fight Weeks. You know, you've been at top of these amazing cards before, you've been in title fights before, but does this one feel a little bit extra special?
For sure, you know, first things first, you gotta ask Conor, what are you laughing about on your comment, brother?
Yeah, I did see that, I didn't know
Yeah, go ask him what are you laughing about. Hopefully he can get Lucky Charm shorts or something. Good for him, you know?
We are talking, of course, about the floral pattern shorts you've got for this fight. Yeah, did post it, Conor did put a laughing emoji on it, but curious how you feel about being able to rep them in the octagon.
I loved it, man. I loved it. You know, it came together real quick. Being able to use it here at UFC 300, hopefully they leave it for me so I can keep using it every fight. So we see what happens.
Do you think that's important for athletes to be able to represent themselves and sort of express themselves on ways other than just, you know, their fights?
I think it's cool. Yeah, I think it's a great way. You know, putting a little flavor in it. You know, I guess I understand the whole uniform look because we're trying to, you know, go after, like, you know, follow other major sporting leagues. So at the end of the day, I get it, but to have your own flavor, and finally I get mine. I mean, the people wanted it. You know what I mean? Where's Hunter? Where's Dana? Tell the numbers of the sales because I want to see. I'm pretty sure that floral shorts is popping.
Justin Gaethje, right, obviously a phenomenal fighter, BMF. When this fight was announced, I saw the reaction where someone was like, oh, he hits too hard for Max. You know, a guy who's never been dropped before in the octagon. When you see those comments and people apparently being concerned for you and about your career after this fight, do you just think, okay, well, we'll see on Saturday?
We find out. You know, that's the beautiful thing. Every time I did any of these interviews, go watch it all fight week. Every time they ask me what is the main thing, when you come to think of Justin, what do you think of this fight? I think of violence, and this happens. You know, I smile. This is what real fighters is about. Justin's a BMF. The beautiful thing is everybody has questions, and we have the answers come UFC 300 Saturday night.
I've been watching your YouTube channel, great content on there. I recommend everyone go watch it. You've been showing yourself bulking up for this fight a bit more than you did for that Dustin fight. How do you feel now walking around ready for a lightweight title fight?
Brother, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I talked about this earlier today. I hate talking about it, but, you know, that Dustin fight it is what it is, you know. My manager is calling me Muffin Top Max this whole camp, you know. So at the end of the day, that's what it was, you know, for this fight. And we wanted to put on the right weight. We wanted to be smart. We wanted to be strong, but we still wanted to be fast. So I think we found a very even ground, and you guys get to see come Saturday night.
There was a quote from your coach on one of your video blogs where he said, Max already has a BMF belt and it's in his chest. Do you think, comparing your skills to Gaethje's, that this could come down to whose heart is bigger, and do you think you beat him in that category?
We see what happens, you know. We see what happens. I think a true BMF is a guy who, you know, who's willing to fight and go in there like gladiator days, you know. And he said it before. If he was, like I said, when I'm a gladiator, he said it in gladiator. He would have fight to the death, you know, in a Coliseum. So the beautiful thing is we get to find out, man. We get to find out. Attrition is going to be a big thing in this sport, I believe, in this fight with him, and we get to find out.
Max, we're here. Just one last quick one on the jump up to lightweight. Was that a conscious decision after the Dustin fight, like coming off of that? Like, if I ever go back up to lightweight, I have to approach this differently, or was that just a change right now for the Dustin?
I mean, the Dustin fight, I hate talking about it. I hate saying it. They came with an opportunity, and opportunities like that, you do not say no. You know, it was just a time thing. With the Justin one, I think it was like 6 weeks or whatever, and if you count down the 2 weeks that you kind of come down from training week, that's like a 4 week, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, real fighters stay ready, like I always said, and I felt like I was ready. If you go watch that Dustin fight, there's a couple of things that I had to change, and, you know, the outcome is different, you know what I mean? And now we had 10 weeks, 10, 11 weeks, I don't know what it is for this fight. You guys get to see the difference, you know? A lot of people like looking in the past, a lot of people like searching for stuff. They keep forgetting what's right in front of them, you know, and you guys are going to see come Saturday night.
Justin has obviously famously declared himself the most exciting fighter in the UFC. I'm curious, do you agree with that, or do you kind of put yourself above that?
I mean, how are you going to disagree with him? The guy had, 12 fights in the UFC, 12 bonuses? Brother, that speaks for itself. It is what it is. I'm just excited to be sharing the octagon with him come UFC 300 on a big event like this. When you got a card like this, the spotlight like this on us, being the people main event already, you know, I think we can still show the UFC pushing. Every time I see an ad on UFC for UFC 200, it's me and Justin. So at the end of the day, Tim Tim, Daniel, someone needs to get on the phone with Dana and Hunter, and we're gonna talk numbers about some things because it's looking kind of funny.